Hi everybody, this is Kim from DIY Dream Weddings UK and I'm back with a new project, and this is going to be a candy wedding bouquet or a sweet wedding bouquet, and I decided to do Christmas theme for this. It's got a spiral in the middle which I really love. I love this idea, so I thought we'd put the sweets on so that you still can see the spiral on this. Okay. So this is just, what I've got here is just a prototype, and what I thought we would do is we would do these sort of materials. So I thought we would do the base, this bit in the middle here, we would do that with some felt, some red felt, and that we would do this swirl in some green ribbon, which I've got here. Okay, so we do that with the green ribbon. And yeah, and then perhaps the back we might do green. So we're doing reds and greens here. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing for this project, reds and greens. I just thought we'd just do it all Christmassy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw around my actual base here, and I've done this. Try and hold that still, because you really want that to be as close to a circle as you can. Okay, so we draw that out and then we cut that out. Okay, that's cut out. So now what we want to do is we need a thick piece to go on the back of this, onto the back of this base, so that we can put a handle in. So I'm going to draw around this piece of card that I've already cut out. Okay, and you can do this with a knife if you prefer. I have done it with a knife in the past. Okay, so as you can see here, I have actually cut the hole out here in the back of my bouquet, and that actually fits. Okay, so you want to basically make sure your handle actually fits inside like that. It's alright if it's a little bit loose because you're going to ribbon it. Okay, make sure it's smaller rather than bigger, because you don't want to end up with a hole too big. So now what we're going to do is we're going to glue this together. Okay, so I'm going to just start putting the ribbon on here just to show you how this works. So just like this. Just glue that down like that, and overlap your ribbon, okay, as you're going round. Let's just bring that in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. So overlap your ribbon as you're going round like this. Okay, and you want to do that all the way round your circle, so that's all covered. All this edge bit is covered up. That's the only reason we're doing that. So we don't worry about it being a little bit untidy on the ends here. That's fine. This gets covered. Okay, it's this bit you want to cover up neatly. Okay, so we keep going with that all the way round. Okay, so I've ribboned all this up around the edge, and it took 41 pieces of ribbon to do that. Okay, basically we want to draw around this and then put our felt on the top here. So we want to put it on this side, on the front. Okay, so we're going to draw around this with our anything you got to mark it. This is a dressmaking pencil. Okay, and then we cut that out. Okay, so that's cut out, and next what we want to do is we want to glue this onto the front of our bouquet holder. Okay, so we're going to do that. So if you turn that over, you can see on my one it's out a little bit. Okay, it's a little bit out, which is nice. You've got a little bit of extra on there, so you can cut that off if you need to. I'm just going to put some glue. It doesn't even have to be near the edge, mostly in the middle that you need to glue. To make sure that's all glued down nicely. Okay, you can see the edge of that's really lovely. Okay, and just basically glue all the way round the edge, right up to close to your edge like that. So then what you want to do is, if it's outside your circle, you want to trim that off. So just trim it. I think that's about right. Okay, so that is how that looks, and if you want to, you can glue a bit more around the edge. Okay, now we've done that, we need to do these pieces here. And like I said, I was going to do these pieces, the actual spiral, I was going to do green. So I've ribboned some of these strips up. So you want to cut out four pieces for each strip. Okay, so now what you want to do is just put these on the end of your strips, because you just want to cover this end piece up. Okay, it might be better to glue these together and then ribbon them, the strips that is. So we put another piece like that, overlapping like that, and then just glue that on there like that. Okay, and then we'll do the same with this other end as well. Okay, and then what you want to do is take your, please do this. Okay, take your ribbon on your reel. You can cut it off if you want to. And what we're going to do is we're going to ribbon the rest of this. Okay, this strip. Just put some glue on there like that. Now we want to join our strips up, and what I'm going to do is just put some glue on here like this. Okay, in order to put this on, I've realised that with the other one, the prototype, I just stuck the cardboard with glue. So I just stuck this with glue and then stuck it down. But I really don't want to take that risk, because what's going to happen is I might get glue on this felt, and I don't want to. So what I've done, I've actually done this last minute thing, and hopefully it works, is I've made these tabs. Okay, and what I've done is covered the top with the ribbon so you can't really see it that much. And I thought, when we get those sweets on, you won't see this, but you can also cover the top of this if you want to, and just stick them inside like this so that they'll stick down. Okay, so what you want to do is, to make these tabs, you might not want to, you might want to just glue it on. Okay, is you want a piece of cardboard 2 centimeters wide by 4 centimeters long, and you want 4 or 5 of those, I think. So I'll come back and tell you how that works, how many we want. So then what you want to do is fold them in half. Okay, and then take some ribbon, wrap it round, glue it on like this. Okay, glue it on. Like, you could put a piece over the top if you want to as well, just to cover that up. But I don't think you're going to see these very much. I'm going to make sure you can't see them. Okay, but I was going to do cardboard and stick it on, and I can't. It's very difficult because we've already ribboned those strips to actually put anything on there. Okay, and then the bottom bit I'm going to do with felt, because then it will match the base of the holder. Okay, and you don't really need to cover this back bit. So what I'm going to do with the felt is I'm just going to glue it on like this. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut around. I'm just going to cut around this like this. Basically all we're doing is we're just covering this up so that it's a little bit more camouflaged when we stick it on, like this. Okay, so I'm going to position these down. I'm going to put this one here. Okay, just like that, and make sure it's going to be, you know, the base of that's going to be sitting right down onto there like that. Okay, make sure it's flat so that it's gonna, you know, so it's flush with this bit here. Okay, and they're stuck down really well. I don't know if we need any on the other side. We'll stick it and see what happens. Okay, so we want to basically make this into a spiral as we go round. Okay, so I'm going to bend that inwards. Where I want that to be, and put lots of glue on my tab. Okay guys, this is very fiddly because I didn't stick the tabs on first, but what I've decided is it's a good idea to put some glue also underneath here so that that will actually stick where you want it to go. Okay. Hi there, so I've decided to show you the fact that before I ribboned this last bit, I actually glued the strips together first, okay, and then I ribboned them, and that's 2 strips together, so that's quite nice. So you could do that with your whole spiral. Okay, also I stuck one end down, and then with the tabs I stuck the other end down, and now it's easier because all I need to do is, this is an easy way of sticking on your spiral. All you need to do now is just position your spiral where you want it, and just put glue under your tabs and stick them on like this. Okay, and yeah, so just letting you know that is another easier way of actually doing this. Okay, it's another way of putting your spiral on. Okay, but I might come back to this project again and show you how to do it that way anyway. Okay, so this is actually your finished spiral. Okay, there we are, that's finished. Okay, so now in the next video we're going to be decorating this. So I'll say goodbye for now. Thanks for watching if you did, and don't forget you can press a like and you can comment below, let me know what you think about this project, and also you can subscribe to this channel to get more videos just like this one. Okay then, bye bye for now.